And their conductor for the weekend has been Professor Fred Allen, who is Director of Bands and Professor of Music at Stephen F. Austin State University in Nacogdoches, Texas. He's been honored for his teaching by his university and his State Band Association, and under his direction, the Wind Ensemble of Stephen F. Austin has performed at regional and national conventions. He's in demand as clinician and guest conductor, and he's conducted all over the United States and also internationally. In addition, Mr. Allen is a composer. Last night on our Wind Ensemble concert, the MSU Wind Ensemble played one of his pieces, and you'll hear another of his pieces on this program. They're going to open their concert this afternoon with Fanfare for the Sun by Carl Wittrock. Please welcome the Honor Wind Symphony and their conductor, Professor Fred Allen.
Good afternoon. I'm very honored to be here, and I appreciate very much LBK Lentz and the entire area of Mississippi for supporting this event. It's a thrill for me to get to be here and make this music with these students. I was happy to be here about, I would think it's maybe 7 or 8 years ago, and remembered it being such a fine experience. I was really looking forward to this. I brought a piece that I wrote for them to play, and we're going to do this now. And I wanted to tell you a little bit about this before we start, so you don't wonder if someone is lost. The school that asked me to write this piece of music is on the Brazos River in Texas, down near Houston. It was a site of an old plantation. And so the students want to reflect both the good and the bad that came from plantation life, and how they are the legacy now of a way of life that no longer exists, really. And so they were talking about it in terms of, it's almost like we're haunted by ghosts, and that started the whole idea of Brazos apparitions. Why don't we make a piece of music that has minor and major in it, both the good and the bad? But also there are effects that the students will play on their instruments that are supposed to increase some activity that sounds like maybe something is rumbling in the basement or someone is moaning off in the distance. So these effects are intentional, and it's fun to do something sort of experimental. Actually, the piece does have a melody, but it does have these unusual effects as well. And it's a terrific group of students, so they were able to jump into this immediately. But thank you for allowing me to share this next piece with you. It's my composition, Brazos Apparitions.
That was the second prelude by George Gershwin, originally a piano piece arranged by well-known band transcriber John Krantz, expertly for band, so we can enjoy it as well as the pianists all over the world who have enjoyed playing on the piano. We're going to close our concert with a march just like the other two groups did. Marches are part of our heritage in the band world. It's always an interesting thing. Marches are kind of like everything we do, all compacted down into one piece. Has just about every kind of style concept in it, a lot of different dynamics, and always a lot of fun for the students. This particular march was written by a man who probably is only second to John Philip Sousa as far as his fame in America for writing marches, Henry Fillmore. It's a march called the Crossley March. I would also like to echo what the other directors have said from the podium today. I appreciate very much parents, family members in the audience for the training that you have given these young people. They've made my life just incredibly wonderful the last 48 hours as we've come together to make music. I have been places where I felt like I was automatically in a role of having to herd cats. And this is not like that at all. These people are very polite, very committed. Band directors in this region have done some great teaching because these students came with good skills, but they also came with an open mind, ready to learn some new things. And I've enjoyed so much sharing this music with them. So thank you very much for having this little Texas boy here in your state for a couple of days. And now we close with Henry Fillmore's Crossley March.